Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse. We're getting started right at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right on the dot as usual. This is I think this is our seventh consecutive live stream. So, of course, Monday the stock market was open, so we didn't do a live stream. I thought about it because the futures market was open, and of course, crypto is always open. So I almost did it, but then I was like, nah. We ended up hanging out at the pool and getting some quality time in with the wifey over there, over here, over there, over here. So didn't have the live stream, but we still on our seventh consecutive live stream. And if you're new to the channel, awesome, welcome. If you're returning, even better. We started these live streams back in September 2023. And our longest streak is 75 consecutive live streams. So as long as I'm not out of town or really sick, then we should be doing the live streams together. And first half of the live stream, we'll cover Bitcoin, we'll cover the altcoins, we will cover the indices like the NASDAQ, we will cover the Magnificent Seven, and then any other stocks or crypto assets that kind of jump out at us. Today, we're going to look at the VIX for sure, the dollar for sure, and the 10-year yield for sure, because they're breaking out higher right now. And then, of course, we're going to probably spend a little bit more time on SP 500, Dow Jones, and Russell, and they're breaking down right now. So we will see. So was that it? Was this the top, right? Was this the top of Bitcoin? Was this a lower high over here, right? Was this another lower high over here? Was this another lower high? Possibly. It's possibly. What we've been saying for about 2 months now is that we are not out of the woods yet. We had 2 out of the 3 reasons why we were out of the woods, but now the one reason why we're not out of the woods yet on Bitcoin still remains. Unfortunately, I was hoping to retire that phrase, right? So we'll see how it plays out. But I just want to say good morning, market snipers. Good morning to everyone. Jose, hello, Jose. Welcome. So let's put the drawings back on. So you can see that, this was possibly another lower high. This is a low. This was a higher low. And then this took out the pivot points over here. So don't want to see it break down probably past. Yeah, let's just turn on the drawings. So here we are. Drew this out a couple of weeks ago. This yellow path a couple of weeks ago came all the way up here. Price even went even higher than the yellow path, and then drew this out. Like I said, a couple of weeks ago, that come back down, get one last final shakeout, and then possibly take off to the upside, right? So once we are fully out of the woods, once we're getting daily candle close back above 73,100-ish, the probabilities increase that we would see much higher prices, rocket ships, moons, memes, virtual high fives, all that stuff, right? So it would be fun. We'd all be having a good time, hopefully. However, we did put out this red arrow a long time ago. We drew this upward trend line up there like that. Yesterday could have been the first daily candle close below the trending dots. Did not close below the trending dots. Today could be the first daily candle close back below the trending dots. Has not closed below there yet. Still have a lot of time remaining. Not quite 12 hours. 9 hours, 8 hours. Shooter, by the way, good morning. Welcome back, snipers. Yep. So we drew this out a couple of weeks ago, and where we start changing our mind is you start getting daily candle closes below the upward trend line, and even then, you get candle closes below. Hit this. I didn't draw all the target boxes because it's a shorter retracement, but if it does retrace back this far and then find support, then we'll be putting arrows back out to come back up to the upside. And of course, we'll be moving the rocket ship over here, right? So we're going to leave it right there for now. But if it starts closing back below, I'm not sure if you can see all this, but starts closing back below, maybe the trending dots start to curl back over, right? Price comes back down like this. This would be like where this yellow path is no longer correct is if it starts breaking down like this, right? So it starts breaking back down like this, comes down, finds its target, and then comes out like that, right? You could already draw this out like this, and that would be the next move, right? So that would be the next move. So this path until proven otherwise, right? Let's see. Let's keep it like that. So yellow path first and foremost, right? If not, if it doesn't find support and starts making its move back up, like both of these, not only the yellow path, but possibly the fractal as well. So remember, pump all the way up on the fractal, come back. Probably doesn't show the wicks. Well, the fractal doesn't show the wicks; it only shows the closes, right? So it's possibly on this fractal back here, it wicked down further, right? But if it starts closing back below here and it's closing back below the trailing dots, maybe even flips to a sell signal, all that stuff, then possible blue path. And of course, if that doesn't hold, then we're going to have to start looking at target 4 again, right? It's target 4 back here. I think it's all the way back down to about the $52,000 range, right? So it is possible. We're just going to keep the yellow path as the first choice right now, but we'd want to see it start to flip back around to the upside and break back out like that. So that's what we'll keep an eye on over here. There's no sell signal. If you took this buy back here, right, and you moved your stop loss up to break even, you're just kind of chilling, letting it unfold, and or whatever your plan is. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Obviously, this is for educational purposes only, and hopefully find a little bit of entertainment along the way. But if I was doing it, right? If I was doing it and I took this breakout here and I moved my stop loss up to break even, then I would be just chilling. And either it's gonna start breaking down like this and end up stopping me out at break even, right? Come all the way back down. To me, that's okay because I'm looking for the bigger move anyways, right? Yeah, could have locked in I don't know, 10%, but I'm just gonna hold it, right? I'm just gonna hold it. And then of course, if it's getting stopped out break even is not fun after 2 or 3 weeks, but then I'd just be waiting for the next possible buy the dip scenario over here. So that's my own personal thoughts on it. That's Bitcoin. Still waiting. Could this yellow path still continue to play out? Yeah, it still could. But it is currently breaking down right now. It is currently breaking down from the trending dots right now. And let's see. Still bullish overall. Could be curling over to the MACD, but it hasn't yet, right? So above the zero line, still in bullish territory. Blah 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 blah. So too early, and it's still early in the daily candle. So this could become a wick. We don't know, and so you gotta be aware of all those things. Stick to the original plan that you lay out in the very beginning, right? Let it prove you wrong. Let it prove you wrong. Don't think you're wrong. Let it prove you wrong, right? Steve, smash those likes, everybody. Yeah, listen to Steve. He's pretty smart. Listen to Steve. Smash that like button over here. Smash that like button. If you're on the YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe. Subscribe. Help me. Help you. Help me. Not as aggressive of a subscribe button over here. And if you're on the Twitter X app, make sure to follow both accounts, Jesse Olson, Market Sniper Pro. Make sure to let me just show you how to do it, right? So let's see. Let's get out of there. And then let's go home. It just takes like 5 seconds, right? It just takes 5 seconds. And we're in. Oh, there we go. Let's see. There you go. Smash that like button. hit that repost button if you're on the Twitter X app, and throw in a quick comment. Just could be an emoji, right? Whatever you want. Anything. You could do a thumbs down for all that, all the algorithm matters, right? They don't care, right? So we'll cover all that. I wanted to cover one other thing real fast that I posted on. Where did I post it? I thought I posted on the. Oh, I posted in the Discord. Okay. All right. Well, here's what we can do instead. Uh, just real quick, I won't be able to draw on it, but I posted in the Discord over here. Let's see. This was 11 hours ago. All right. So this was us pointing out, right? The pi cycle. This is for Bitcoin. It just tracks the. I've been watching it for. Here, let me practice what I preach. Smash that like button. uh, I've been pointing it out for, or not pointing out. I've been watching it since 2021. It's just covering the previous cycles, like 2012, 2016, 2020, and then of course the new gold line is 2024, right? So, what I'm pointing out is that we still don't have a pi cycle top where the red line crosses the green line on the indicator. And I was looking back, and this was 2012. This was a pi cycle top, right? So I circled this in the Discord and posted in the Discord along with some other charts talking about the pi cycle top, talking about the yellow bands that's at $129,000, talking about this halving tracker. And so there was a pi cycle top here, right? There was another pi cycle top here. This is all 2012, right? There was a pi cycle top here. This is the blue one, 2020, right? So back in 2021, but this is a 2020 cycle, so 2021. And then there was a pi cycle top here, not quite 550 days away. So that is 2016, happened in 2017. There was no pi cycle top here. So on this top, yes. This second top, yes. This major top, yes. This first top, yes. This second top, no. Right? So that's what I was pointing out. Where you can see the gold over here. This is where we're at in the new Bitcoin halving tracker. Since post halving, this is where we're at. And the pi cycle top, if it were to happen within, say 150 days, similar to, like, say there's two tops, right? Whether it's this top and this top, or this top and this top, you can see the cycles. There's been two tops 2 times and one top 1 time. Just figure that one out. So anywhere from, just shy of, over 125 days to, let's see, this one is about 525 days. So 125 to 525 days, we've seen the Bitcoin top post halving, right? So post halving. So that would take us into sometime mid-September or later, right? So mid-September or later, we could possibly see the first Bitcoin top. We could see that first pi cycle top, and there could be two tops, it could be one top. We don't know, but if it's one top, it might take longer. If there's two tops, then it might be the first top would be faster. I don't know. I don't know if this is all making sense. I might be just talking too much, but let's see. Link. Yeah, we'll cover it. Blah, 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 blah. Yep. So here we are, back here. We're not even 50 days into it. So if it does get within that 125 to 525 day mark over here, right? So a top somewhere into here, that would take you within September. And let's see, the halving was April 20th, I believe. And so April 20th, say if it was a year from now, that would be April 2025. And if it was the full 525 days, similar to 2016 cycle, let's see, that would be like middle to end of 2025, right? So anywhere from September 2024 to possibly September 2025. It's a big window. A lot can happen, and you can see that uh, we've never made a new all-time high before post halving, right? We never made a new all-time high post halving, which leads me to believe that at least the first top, if there is two tops, at least the first top, it seems like it's setting up for two tops, right? At least the first top could happen at the end of 2024. Maybe it's the mid September or later, maybe October, September, October 2024. At least the first top, then maybe go through a bigger correction, and then even similar to 2020, and then continue upward like that. So, woo, good afternoon, Jesse. Yep, by the way, this is Caesar. Welcome back. Shooter, by the way, welcome back. Steve, welcome back. By the way, this is pure speculation, right? Just because this has happened in previous cycles doesn't mean it's going to happen again, but it's happened in previous cycles. So we will see if it plays out similar. You also, one thing to take note of is that diminishing returns, right? So this is 2012. The peak went much higher. This is scaled, right? So if Bitcoin price did something similar to 2012, you would see $6 million Bitcoin or $1 million Bitcoin in the first pump. I'm not seeing that, right? I'm seeing diminishing returns. If 2016 played out similar to this cycle, you would see Bitcoin almost at $2 million, right? If it happened, that'd be amazing, but it's not going to happen, right? In my own personal opinion, it's not going to happen. If 2020 played out similar, you would see $400,000 Bitcoin not once but twice, right? Above $400,000. So you can see diminishing returns. What, right? So diminishing returns. So if there was a first top and it hit that yellow band, maybe you could see price come up to like 150,000, 130,000, 140,000. I have targets over there like that. And maybe that would happen around the 150 mark. Then maybe you see a correction, right? And then maybe a second top anywhere from 350 to 550, right? And maybe that would go even higher, 160, 180, maybe 200. But that's all I'm seeing right now because each cycle is getting diminishing returns, right? So anyways, that's my own personal thoughts. Don't follow me. Don't copy trade me, right? So with that, let's get back onto the charts. This chart makes me it's really bright. It's really bright. So we will take it step by step, right? We will take it step by step. We're gonna do it based off of a swing trader with the overall potential macro option, and then of course, if we flip over to BLX, right? We go to the monthly chart and we look at this like that, right? So this is what I'm mostly paying attention to. This is what served me well for the bear, going into the bear market, all that stuff, right? So when others were calling new all-time highs all the way down, let's see, this is from like just say December all the way down, right? Calling for new all-time highs all the way down, right? So you've got a buy signal here, March 2016, went all the way up, all the way to the sell signal of February 2018, right? It's a lagging indicator, but for overall trend, right? Then it comes all the way down, bear market. Then you had a buy signal July 2019. Probably would do a lot better than most of the so-called experts out there, right? Even though it's super lagging, because I saw so many so-called experts thinking that Bitcoin is going to new all-time highs all of 2022. All of 2022. So if you're looking at 2022, right? All of 2022, calling for new all-time highs, right? We were shorting here, right? We were shorting here. And even on ETH, we're shorting back here, right? December, we were shorting it. We were shorting ETH, right? So, anyways, there was a buy signal. There hasn't been a sell signal yet. We will see if this is going to look similar to maybe over here, right? So you've got RSI came up, came back down, and then made new all-time highs. Hasn't made new, not all-time highs, made a higher high, right? So that's what we would want to see. If Bitcoin's going higher and we're going to see that pi cycle top indicator work again, and if we're going to see price hit 129, then we definitely want to see this trend continue upwards. As soon as there's an RSI sell signal, it's proven that there's been a bear market, right? Obviously, not back in the early days. There's a sell, then another buy, double top, and then another sell. But it was a lot more of a wild animal back then. It was basically like a meme coin back then. The way that the meme coins work now, that's how Bitcoin played out in the early days, right? So it's become more mature now. It's become more mature. It's so mature. So this is what I'm going to be watching a lot. You drop down the 2-week chart, right? So you got the 2-week chart, buy signal, sell signal, bearish divergence, right? So still no sell signal on the 2-week chart. There are some concerns though. There are some concerns, not only that we are not out of the woods short term, but you have an RSI sell signal over here. Yeah, this RSI sell signal over here didn't really correct that much. It was like 20 to 25%, I think, or just say 25 to 30%, not even 30%. Sell signal came all the way back down in 2021, pumped back up. So there was an RSI sell signal, a second one. You had one and then two. So the weekly chart is trending down right now. You've got the MACD bearish crossover, but both are in really bullish territory, right? The weekly chart is still. Am I on the? Okay. The weekly chart is still above the trailing dots, all that stuff. So just have to watch out for this bearish divergence. Could be cleared already, but if it puts in a lower high, then it is possible that there is a further retracement before the ship gets turned around and goes for that pi cycle top or that first initial top. So we're going to keep an eye on it. We're going to keep an eye on it. Those are some concerns, and of course the daily chart that we talked about and covered. So we're going to move on. That was Bitcoin, Ethereum. If we have second top, will we see? Yeah, possibly, right? So if there's a first top, that's around like, I don't know, 130, 140, 150, right? I can see that. There's multiple targets up there. And then say if it went through a bigger correction, similar to the 2012 or the 2020 cycle, right? Which happened in 2021, then we could see that second top wave, right? It's possible. It's possible. And maybe the ETH, ETF, all that stuff, narrative gets pushed, all that stuff, right? So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But yeah. Turbo and RNDR. Jessica, pick one just in case we get a lot of requests. Just pick what's your most important, and if we have time, we'll do both. So let's keep going. This is ETH, right? This is ETH. So we drew this out a couple of days ago, right? So he had the bullish divergence, talked about the higher low, price took off to the upside, talked about there was bearish divergence, but there could be additional future bearish divergence. But we will see if it's going to come back down, retest the trending dots, retest that fourth target, see if the resistance flips into support. If not, I can see it coming all the way back down to this. I got lazy on the target box. I just put like 3 or 4. Yeah. All right, Jessica. All right. But we'll see. We might have time for both. Just depends on how many requests there are. And I've already been talking a lot. So we're at 25 minutes. So cool. Could find support here at 3,630 ish area. and take off to the upside, kind of pointing that out. Maybe something like that, right? But I did draw this out a couple days ago, and I did move it down. But a couple days ago, I drew it out like that. So we'll see how it plays out. If it claws back some of that move, that's healthy, right? That's healthy. That's a healthy retracement. Big move up. I mean, it was a big move up, even from this first breakout here all the way to there, 32%. So that's a pretty big move. Anytime Bitcoin has a 30-40% move, there's usually a retracement, right? 30 to 40% or more. There's usually a pretty good retracement on it. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it looks like it could happen, right? So Solana, we drew this out a long time ago, this possible path. And of course, the big arrow back above the $202 pivot point over here. So we drew this out, had the bullish divergence, higher low. We'll put in another higher low, take off to the upside, confirm that higher low, consolidate again, and then take off to the upside. That's Solana. We put that out a while back. Chainlink, we cover this basically every day, right? Every day. When it hit target 3, we talked about it coming back, similar to Solana. Then coming up, it hit target 4. It played out exactly the way we thought. Exactly the way we mapped it out. It played out. It doesn't always, obviously. We'd be billionaires if it did, right? Sand still going through that bottoming phase, had the bullish divergence. Not much really to report there. Filecoin, Zach, similar thoughts. Near is breaking down, right? I removed the inverse head and shoulders target as up here. We even talked about it when the inverse head and shoulders was a potential and playing out. Said many times that, in my own personal opinion, I think the target price of patterns plays out 30 to 35%. And here we are. Doesn't look like it's going to be playing out. The target was to come up and hit this pivot point up here. Oh, hit the mic. Oh, we're good. We're good. Just above there at $8.88. The inverse head and shoulders target. And it's breaking down right now. We even have a red trending dot. We had 1, 2, 3. This would be the 4th candle close in a row below the trending dots. This would be the second candle close below the upward trend line. To me, that's signaling a retracement, right? So signaling a retracement. So it came all the way back down to, do I think the bottom is in over here at $4.24? Yes, I do think that. Could it go lower than that? Sure. It definitely could. So just be aware of that. If you took this buy, took that buy, right? Do you take profits here? And then do you wait for the next possible buy the dip scenario after that, right? However it plays out, maybe there's even a more aggressive downward trend line in the future. But as of right now, it's starting to break down. We could see a possible sell signal in the near future. We already have RSI sell signal pending. We already have a MACD bearish crossover. And then, of course, I laid out some eyeball tests of where the retracement could be and still be a healthy correction and continue in the upward direction, right? So if you move your stop loss to break even, are you going to let that stop you out at break even and wait for the next dip? Or did you lock in some profits and rebuy the dip again, right? So those are all decisions you have to make in life, right? Those are all decisions you have to make in the trading world or investment world, whatever you're doing. Rari, not much really to report. I extended the possible bullish divergence, right? Could put in a sneaky higher low, but right now it could be forming additional bearish divergence. That's why the higher low is the higher probability. And this is the 4th target, right? The 4th target could even come back down lower to a 5th target. But as of right now, I just have the bullish divergence mapped out there. Inge had that bullish divergence and then putting in higher lows. So we will see if it finds support, let the training dots catch up, and then see if it comes up and hits some more targets to the upside. Dot has a pending sell signal, but has started the upward trend. Doesn't mean it couldn't come all the way back down here, all the way back down here, find support and continue upward, hitting more targets to the upside. So we'll see if it finds support or not as of right now. ADA, similar thoughts, bullish divergence. Will it put in that higher low? Still waiting for that higher low. Mana, bullish divergence, possible higher low over here on Mana. Algo, similar thoughts, right? Similar thoughts over here. Matic, similar thoughts. Atom, similar thoughts. Shibby Shib Shib, similar thoughts, right? And then we put this arrow over here. When it's wrong, if it starts getting daily candle closes back below that trend line, that's when things are off, right? In my own personal opinion. So we'll see. Doge drew this out way back here on May 4th. Price did come up. Price did get rejected. Price did put in a higher low. Price has not come all the way back up to 18, almost 19 cents where I drew that out yet, right? Yet. XRP, still waiting for the ship to get turned around. AVAX, similar thoughts. MicroStrategy, we laid this out, right? We laid this out. It's a possibility. See if it closes this gap over here. If not, if it starts going below, say, this $1,300 area, if you start getting daily candle close back below there, and then back below here, then this gap and these smaller gaps could be getting filled as well. So we will see how it plays out. NASDAQ. Now for the NASDAQ. Is it possible the NASDAQ could have a bull trap? It is possible. Are we trading the NASDAQ individually from everything else? If you're trading the NASDAQ, yes. Hasn't even hit ANF target 1 yet, right? Longer term has not. Hit 2 of the 4 targets to downside shorter term and then bounce and made new all-time highs. But there are some concerns here. There are some concerns. And we're going to talk about it right now. So let's get into it. SQQQ, the inverse is still where you want it to be if you're bullish on the NASDAQ. SP 500, right? So the SP 500 hit 1 out of the 4 targets to the downside, made a new all-time high, and now is breaking back down below, right? Is breaking back down below. There's no sell signal yet, but this could be additional bearish divergence. This could be a sneaky lower high. And if you get a candle close back below this pivot point of 53.10-ish and back below the trading dots, this could be a bull trap with bearish divergence, right? Could be a bull trap, meaning that it could hit shorter term retracement targets. Oh, and then longer term still hit this higher target up here, ANF target 1. So we will see. Too early to say. It could also just retrace back to here, right? And then find support and then continue higher. So we don't know yet. However, yes, there's a however. Dow Jones put in a lower high after the bearish divergence, right? And so we're going to see how Dow Jones plays out, because if the Dow Jones put in the lower high and then puts in a higher high over here like this, right? And let's clone that. Then we would feel a lot better about the SP 500, right? So if the SP 500 does something similar like that, puts in another higher low, we would feel a lot better about it. Otherwise, if it starts breaking back down below, right, then see lower targets. Oh, there we go. So if you start getting candle closes back below, trending dots moving down, maybe it puts in another, maybe it comes like this, right? Then you could see some lower targets and the gap get filled, right? So something to be aware of, right? So something to be aware here. Oh, we could put that back on 4 just so we can see it a little bit better. Oh, oh man. I always do that. Let me delete those. And then let's change this back to 4. There we go. Get rid of that. Okay. So Something to be aware of, right? There was a sell signal on the Dow Jones. It did put in a lower high. After the bearish divergence, put in 2 lower highs. And so if you're a perma bull on the Dow Jones, you really want this to be a retracement from this move up, put in a higher low, and then continue all the way up. If not, if it puts in another lower high, right? Or it takes out this pivot point here at, say, 38,000-ish, right? It's pretty close. 37,950-ish, right? Then you're going to see probably retest target 2, if not hit target 3, the gap, so on and so on, right? The Russell 2000 looks very similar. The Russell 2000 looks very similar, right? Bearish divergence, lower high, breaking down, pumped back up, breaking down again. 2 of the 4 targets have been hit. The third target never got hit. It was very, 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 very close. Meanwhile, the 10-year yield was breaking out. We talked about this. There was a buy signal and then breaking out again with another buy signal yesterday on Taco Tuesday. By the way, wife made some pretty good burrito tacos on Taco Tuesday, so I was pretty happy with them. So appreciate those. uh, and got it, and is getting back above that target, right? And is getting back above that target. Not good for the 30-year mortgage rates, which is probably not good for real estate prices, which is probably not good for mortgage applications, which is probably not good for mortgage uh, new loan sales, which is probably not good for real estate, which is probably not good for appraisers, which is probably not good for home inspectors, which is probably not good for builders, escrow, title, uh, photographers, you name it, right? Whatever is website builders catering to real estate, whatever that whole entire economy market is probably not good if the 10-year yield is rising higher, right? So take that for what it is. Dollar does have a pending buy signal, right? Hit 2 of the 4 targets to the downside. Did it find support here at this upward trend line? Let's see. Probably redraw this a little bit better. There. Let me connect it there. Yeah, so we'll see. You could always put in we talked about this on yesterday's live stream, that, or even last week, it could come like this, right? And then come back down, right? So it is possible. It is possible. So we will see how it plays out over there on the dollar. But the dollar does have a pending buy signal and has found temporary support, not once, but twice so far. Volatility is picking up, though. The volatility of the SP 500 is picking up. We talked about it. There was this bullish engulfing candle, came back down, pumped back up, is getting back above. The VIX is getting back up above the trending dots. Then it gapped up today and has a pending buy signal. So it is possible that we do see a retracement here. Probably hit target 1 already. Probably hit target 2, 3, 4, like that. So it is possible that pumps up, hits these targets, and then continues back down like that. So that would be bullish for the market. After this pump up for, say, a week or so, right? It pumps quickly. And if it dumps back down, this dump back down would be bullish for the market. This wouldn't be bullish. So just be aware of that. Natural gas did gap up all the way here, and then is closing that gap a little bit right now. Gold futures. All right, let's go to spot. Let's zoom out here for a second. Let's see. We drew this out back here. Have that sell signal after the bearish divergence. Is this a bear flag and or a lower high, right? Is that the lower high? Is that the lower high? Possibly. Possibly this is a bear flag, right? If so, if that is a bear flag, and you know my thoughts about the actual price target of it, it's possible you could get a bigger retracement from this massive move up. This was a massive move up from here below $2,000 all the way up to 2450. Could take you back down target 3, target 4, or no, target 3 probably, right? That's what I'm trying to say, right? So this bear flag could probably take you in target 3, maybe target 2, target 3, and then this is probably pretty close to target 4 over here. We will see. That is gold, pending sell signal. RSI sell signal on silver. Looks like possible bearish divergence, right? Possible bearish divergence. So keeping a close eye on silver over here. Bitcoin dominance. Kind of drew up this path over here on Bitcoin dominance, right? This is showing longer term bearish divergence based off the weekly chart, right? This future lower high was based off of the weekly chart. So, but meanwhile, the daily chart is still breaking down and has hit 3 of the 4 targets to the downside so far. Will it just hit the 4th target first and then possibly put in a lower high? Or will it find support right around here, then come up, put in a lower high, and then come back down, right? So it's a possibility. It's a possibility. So we'll continue to watch Bitcoin dominance. If it does that, if it does put in that lower high, then we could see some, then hopefully we see some altcoins start pumping really hard to the upside and start catching up to Bitcoin while Bitcoin maybe doing rocket ships, making new all-time highs, going for the new all-time high top again. Altcoins could be really pumping and catching up. It's a possibility. So we're going to keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. NVIDIA continues to be ultra bullish on the daily chart. NVIDIA continues to be ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Blew through. Remember, all these A and F targets that we talked about, like A and F target 1, a lot of them haven't even hit A and F target 1 yet. NVIDIA went through 1, 2, 3 targets, came back tested again, target 3, and just blew through all of it, right? So still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Going parabolic on the monthly chart, right? Just going parabolic. And so is A&F. A&F, Abercrombie and Fitch. We've been talking about it. We've been covering it. It was 2023. 2023, I came across it 2023 of what it was doing back here. It was a top 10 stock of 2023, right? So that massive move, making new all-time highs from 2023, has gone even higher, right? So if A&F can do it, we said, why not NVIDIA, right? Why not NVIDIA? Now NVIDIA is doing it. So if A&F can do it, if NVIDIA can do it, why not Bitcoin, right? Why not Bitcoin? Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, let's do it. That would be awesome. So that's ANF monthly chart there, $185. The last buy signal on the monthly chart was $30. What a move that was, right? What a move that was. Up 500%. Come on. So had the RSI buy signal about the same time as Bitcoin too, I think. And just before it, but is outperforming Bitcoin from the buy signal as of right now, right? So they're 100% to the highest wick so far, whereas ANF was up 500%, outperforming Bitcoin on the monthly chart. It's crazy. It's crazy. Can't wrap my head around it. And NVIDIA makes sense, right? NVIDIA makes sense because it's, it's the high chip powers, the whole artificial intelligence narrative, the changing of the guard, all that stuff. ANF, that makes no sense to me. It looks very similar to the Bitcoin chart. But the RSI buy signal was about 4 or 5 months earlier. So are we going to see this happen to Bitcoin 4 or 5 months after, right? That would be amazing. That's what we want to see. That's what we really want to see. So time will tell. Time will tell. Hut. Let's get on the daily chart over here. What is happening with the Bitcoin mining stocks? Not much. Not much is happening over here, right? Let's see if we can draw out a longer downward trend line, right? Still above that. Whole, basically came back to the trending dots. See if it finds support there. It's hit 3 of the 4 targets to the upside. Not much is happening for Bitcoin mining stocks, which are they pump hard and they dump hard. Pretty flat today, right? Pretty flat today. If you're under like 2%, 3% for a Bitcoin mining stock, it's pretty flat. They pump hard and they dump hard. MIGI still in bullish territory, still Hive, still above the trending dots. CLSK, Bitfarm. There's talk of Riot buying out Bitfarm. Someone on the live stream told me about it, and then I was looking at it yesterday on the news. So that would be interesting. But Bitfarm might be bought out by Riot. I think the news was saying that it would, like, if you owned, say if you bought Bitfarm and they sold to Riot, I think they would get you at $2.38 or something like that, right? So what happens if you owned it up here, you lose money, right? I don't know. So it'd be valued at $2.38 if Riot bought it out. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but just something that pointing out that I read. Whether it's true or not, we don't know. Per internet sources. So Marathon Digital has hit 2 of the 4 targets so far to the upside. Speaking of Riot, a low, a higher low, possible another higher low. But did have a sell signal again over there. We're going to make it. Woof. Is that another higher low? Right? The only one that's up today, right? There's probably other Bitcoin mining stocks, but the ones that's on my watch list, the only one that's up, getting back above the trending dots as of right now. Okay, do that. Iris Energy, retracing some of that massive move, right? Massive move, bearish divergence. We were pointing out could be bearish divergence yesterday. Looking like bearish divergence, right? So could claw back and retrace to some of that move. That is a pretty good move to the upside. Cipher mining, but similar thoughts. So anything else? Let's see. Labu breaking down. Moscow Exchange, ultra bullish on the daily chart. Netflix, bullish. Rivian. Yeah, we didn't really cover the Magnificent Seven. We're already at 49 minutes, and I want to get into Jessica's requests. She got 2 requests, Turbo and RNDR, so definitely want to get into that. But if you look at, let's see, NVIDIA we covered. Meta's looking bullish, right? Had that breakout, buy signal. See if it gets back above the 481.77. If so, could see higher. Remember, this is ANF target 1 up here at 563. Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla. A lot of speculation over there, but breaking this downward trend line could see higher prices on Tesla. Apple, Google. There you go. Magnificent Seven. All right. What else? Anything else? And then we'll cover Turbo next. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, let's look at some of these altcoins versus BTC, right? So this is Sand versus BTC. No buy signal yet. Dot had one, but still going through that bottoming phase. Sol is starting to break back above the trending dots, right? Sol versus BTC. chain link, ultra bullish on the daily chart, right? Making a move over there. Love to see it. ETH made a move on versus BTC. AVAX, not yet. Near has another pending buy signal. Doge, Mana, pending buy signal over there on Mana versus BTC. So love to see that if you're holding some of these altcoins. ADA, not yet. Rari, not yet. Rarible. So XRP, not yet. Bullish divergence, right? Is it going to put in that sneaky higher low and then another one, right? XRP. So that's about it. Let's cover Turbo because we're already at 51 minutes and that was requested. And then we'll take a look at RNDR2, which I know I have that on there. I don't think I've ever charted Turbo. Maybe it doesn't have enough chart history. I'm not sure. We'll find out. So let's see. Not a ton of chart history, right? Weekly chart. Not much really to G-Rod. Welcome back. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, G-Rod. There's not much value I can add here, Jessica, because there's not a lot of chart history, right? So the weekly chart is ultra bullish, getting very wicky right now, but the week isn't over yet. Daily chart, that doesn't look good, right? That daily chart doesn't look good. That could be signs of retracement on Turbo. That was a massive move, so it could get a retracement for maybe a buying the dip opportunity, but it was a 1,500% move in like 3 weeks. So maybe it'll let the trending dots kind of catch up, maybe not. But for me personally, right? Me personally, this would be chasing right now. If you're looking to buy Turbo now, it's chasing. Oh, okay. I shorted the top. Okay, cool. So and then closed out. Yeah. I mean, could be coming in. It's too early to say. If there is a lower high that gets put in, maybe that'd be another shorting opportunity for you. But it moved 1,500%. So it could be a possibility of uh, lower prices, right? Lower prices. And you could even see bearish divergence. So, you know, eyeball test, right? Eyeball test after the bearish divergence. Maybe hit target 1, maybe target 2, maybe target 3, and then maybe target 4, maybe something like that. And maybe it comes down like this, right? And then maybe there's another move to the upside like that. Maybe the next possible buy the dip scenario, right? Just kind of map it all out like that. That's kind of how I'd see it play out because that was such a massive move, right? So, and maybe it takes time. Maybe it takes time to play out. Maybe it takes a couple months. However, it plays out. Maybe it plays out similar to something like that. How the other altcoins also played out. So, hopefully that helps on Turbo. What else? What else? What else? RNDR. I have that one on the list. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. So RNDR. Looks similar to a lot of the other altcoins over there. So move that. So bullish divergence was breaking out. Buy signal hit 4 out of the 4 targets to upside. Multiple wicks above it, never closed it back above. You start getting candle closes back above the 4th target. That's why I have the double arrow. Might take some time, could consolidate underneath of it. Maybe it puts in a higher low down here. Maybe this is an extended higher low scenario, right? Looks like it's trying to find support at this key area over here at about $10.30 ish. Multiple retests. And so it could be putting in a higher low and then double arrow if you start getting candle close back above there. In my own personal opinion, that could be RNDR. Had a buy signal 2 days ago, right? When was that on? Monday, right? So Monday. That's RNDR. Yep, covered it. Yep. Okay. Anything else? Anything else that catches our eye? Let's see if we're gonna keep going. We're already at 55 minutes. Let's take a look at how How are we doing on likes over here, right? How are we doing? Let's see. Refresh. Refresh. There we go. 15 likes. That's it. Oh, 5% of all Twitter X viewers would be 30 likes. So we're at 2.5% likes. Ooh, that hurts. That hurts. That hurts. Help me, help you, help me by smashing the like button and helping out the algorithms over there. 5% would be 30. That's a low bar. That's a low standard. And 10% would be awesome. That would be 60 likes, but we're not even close. So with that, we're gonna call it here. There's no flipping the hat on backwards going over an hour. If we had a lot of requests, if we had a lot of likes, then we could keep going and keep covering all of this over an hour, but we will not be doing that. So thank you. I appreciate all of you. Thanks, Shooter, by the way. I appreciate it. Thanks, Jesse. Have a good day. You have a great day as well. And we will see you. Oh, hold on. Breaking news. Breaking news. One thing I want to show you one thing. If you go over here to the main page or Market Sniper Pro page, right? Click on the website and click on services, or you're on the home site and you hit services, right? Breaking news. Boom, just added that. You can still get the private Discord plus the Sharpshooter Indicator 3.1, $29, or subscribe for the year. There's a savings over there. Tells you all the instructions. The Sharpshooter package, you want to take a deeper dive, you could subscribe $79 a month, or for the year for $660. It comes out to about $55 a month if you subscribe for the full year. But breaking news, just added this yesterday. Subscribe for $9 a month. There's not a yearly option because it's already so cheap. So subscribe for $9 a month. Discord link is provided on the checkout thank you page. Any questions, please email me, jesse@marketsniper.pro. And with that, join us in there. I'm always going to post in there first. I post all the details. Ask me questions. You can direct message me. Receive timely chart updates to the best of my ability, important announcements, and you even have access to the dashboard version 1.0 beta test. I'm not planning on doing 2.0 for a while, maybe not to the bear market, but you can still check it out. And of course, there are some giveaways. I need to be better about that. And sometimes I do free subscriptions and stuff like that. So with that, thanks again. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and we will see you tomorrow. Boom, boom.